The integration of artificial intelligence in education is reshaping the experience of all those stakeholders in the education sector in the UAE. Artificial Boundaries reflects debates around how to integrate AI wisely into our classrooms. Should we set limits on AI in academics to maintain integrity and human-centered learning? Or do we need to break down artificial boundaries around what makes a good education in an AI world? Let's hear from different voices on how it's impacting the education system.
Narrative itself says, every day I am evolving. What I studied yesterday is not what is happening today. A new theorem or a new theories are getting added every day. That is going to make changes in our day-to-day activities. Studies are conducted across the globe to generate something new, which is going to make everybody's life smart and easier. So what I studied yesterday is not what today. With generative AI, everything is changing every minute, every moment of the world.
The use of AI in education has come as a pleasant surprise to students. To fill knowledge gaps, get homework help, and enhance their learning.
Right now, for me, generative AI solves most of the technical problems that I face in my course. And now there are sometimes I even wonder how are people even approaching software engineering and coding without even using generative AI.
Not much of using, sometime to help my son for his studies or to find out something about any of the details which we are not able to identify.
There isn't anything that you can't do with the help of AI and its tools and applications, but some worry students are becoming over-reliant, losing out on foundational skills. There is also a debate whether AI should be banned in educational institutions or embraced. Some see it as cheating, while others argue AI proficiency is a critical skill. How can curricula balance teaching core capacities like critical thinking with emerging digital literacy?
Because it can still be hard, even if a student was to plagiarise from the internet, I would say it would still be quite hard to sort of pinpoint that they have plagiarised unless it's a full paragraph. If it's just bits and pieces here and there, it can be hard to sort of spot.
So if a designer doesn't know Photoshop, Midjourney is useless. If a designer doesn't know how to use Adobe Illustrator, Midjourney is useless. If a designer doesn't know how to use AutoCAD, ChatGPT is useless. So these are tool sets. It's just a tool at the end of the day. So I could give you a scalpel and I could ask you to perform surgery, but you won't be able to do it because the scalpel is not doing the surgery, you are. So that's the same with AI. So it's good to know things the hard way first before you start using AI. Because at the end of the day, no one can change the human brain. No one can.
I have been, before generative AI, I have completed my PhD and all. So that time, maybe it's like a kind of struggle that you need to go through each and every topic. You don't get the content in a structured manner, what exactly you require, which you are getting through the generative AI. So I have to go through each and every web page link or journals link, articles link. Then I have to read, then I have to formulate in a structured way. So if I have to even prepare a document, so it takes a lot of time. So now the time consumption is, really it is reduced.
If you're challenged enough in your school or education, you don't need to go through AI. Maybe we need to stop learning something that the machine can actually tell us every time. Maybe we should more endorse education and learning that requires more arts, more empathy, more movements. Something that I wouldn't really blame the student, honestly. I think it would be more, we need to change the system of education, okay, and allow them to be more creative, and where AI is just a tool to help them be more creative, not something that will go against them or mark them down because they've used it.
Preparing youth to be responsible users of AI is also crucial. Understanding how algorithms can perpetuate bias is key. And understanding and learning AI ethics may soon be as essential as lessons on internet safety.
One of the challenges we have, like if I'm looking at it from an African perspective, is that most of the data input in these systems is Western. Why? Because there's not enough open data from Africa. What you have is data that has been aggregated from social media, from some volunteers, from NGOs and the rest. The official data is not enough online for these tools to be able to, mine.
I think we need a broader scope of advisors, of voices, people who understand privacy. They have big questions that need to be answered. People that understand copyright law. They should have more voice or more representation in governments, because if the government is just relying on its own policymakers to understand the technology, it's going to fail. They won't be creating good policy if they don't have a good understanding of the technology.
AI in education can expand access to personalized and engaging learning experiences, but care must be taken to avoid over-automation. Teaching human values and developing young minds remain paramount. Our shared goal must be creating an education system that allows both human and artificial intelligence to harmoniously thrive.
What is going to be the world with AI? It is going to benefit you and not to harm you. If you enhance your skill to use that AI perspectives in life, everywhere, from designing to construction to all across the fields or sectors of economy we have here, if you could use AI to enhance your skill, that is going to add colors to your life as well as colors to the world across in front of you.
One thing is clear, we must thoughtfully guide its growth to benefit students. In that spirit, it's worth noting this voiceover itself was created with my assistance. I am an artificial intelligence. I was used to synthesize a voiceover script you just heard into an audio narrative. AI tools like myself are now part of your world, but we are designed to enhance human capabilities, not replace them. The path ahead will no doubt raise many complex questions, but if we work together wisely, AI can help humans flourish. This is just the beginning of our journey together.